following is a special presentation of Digital Horizons, the leader in sports highlights entertainment.
Crowd tonight at the Courtime Sports Center in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania for I guess what you can call Uncaged Fury 3. Joe Dombrowski at ringside, joined by a myriad of guests throughout the night as we're going to kick off a very eventful, very tumultuous night of action. Chuck Roberts in the ring, ready to introduce our opening match.
Gentlemen, this is our opening attraction, and it is scheduled for one fall. Making his way towards the ring, weighing in at 175 pounds, hailing from Ozone Park, New York, this is Jimmy DeeeeLicious.
Delicious Jimmy DeMarco has branched out on his own in recent months, no longer listening to the tutelage of his cousins, his more experienced cousins, I might add, former IWC Tag Team Champions Mickey and Marshall Gambino. Jimmy DeMarco is currently on the outs with the rest of his family, and currently attempting making a name for himself and step out of the shadow of his more successful cousins. The blue chipper, one of the most fastest rising stars in the IWC roster today, a guy who's shown a lot of promise in terms of branching out to major superstars in the international wrestling cartel, but a few of his more recent opportunities at success have been foiled and marred by his one-time tag team partner, the man he will soon be staring across the ring at, Delicious Jimmy DeMarco. Official sign this contest is Bryce Remsburg. As this matchup officially gets underway, here's DeMarco one-on-one with Cage. And certainly the crowd support emphatically in the favor of Cage, as DeMarco hasn't been endearing himself to anybody, fan or family member alike. DeMarco interfered with a steel chair last month during the Gambino's Tag Team Championship encounter against the Cleveland Mafia and the Burning River Brigade. However, that matchup ended with DeMarco turning the chair on his own cousin Marshall Gambino, hitting him in the head and costing him that chance at the Tag Team Championship. And certainly Jason Cage, the man who's been screwed out of title opportunities as well. Him and DeMarco teamed in an attempt to gain a #1 contendership to the tag titles. And DeMarco abandoned his partner there, and Cage, making him pay for it now, has the shirt over the head, hockey fight style, and is laying into DeMarco with the knife-edge chops. DeMarco trying to retaliate. Catches the leg, but Cage springs off with a dragon whip, lateral press, and Cage gets a count of 2 en route to teaching a serious lesson to Jimmy DeMarco here this evening. Tell you, I was backstage earlier today. I was in the locker room. I've never seen the tensions higher than they are tonight for this event at the Court Time Sports Center. DeMarco lighting up Cage with knife edges of his own as Cage reverses the tide now. Into the bar, buckle and hustles him up with a backdrop. Jimmy DeMarco asserts the advantage but gets a near fall, says IWC referee Bryce Remsburg. And now DeMarco tries to slow that pace down with a variation of the sleeper. See DeMarco show a side out of himself that we had not seen before here in the International Wrestling Cartel. DeMarco showing he's not going to be dictated to anymore as far as anybody else. DeMarco in this thing for one guy, that's DeMarco, and he's brandishing that steel chair now. We've talked about the damage he's done with that same weapon in the past several weeks. Looks like Cage gonna taste it again, but able to get the foot up. DeMarco drops the chair. And Cage able to nip up. Great agility right back to his feet. DeMarco staying with Cage, just as quick thus far. Drops him forehead first on the knee. Innovative offense by the man they call hot property. And Cage is going to take a chance now. Up top of the frog splash. DeMarco Cage telegraphed DeMarco out of the way. And DeMarco has that, oh wait, there's Marshall Gambino. DeMarco hit Gambino with that chair 4 weeks ago, costing Gambino the tag title. And Cage with a roll-up. And Marshall Gambino almost cost DeMarco this all-important matchup. I believe that's the sugar-coated cookie cutter. And that only gets two. One of DeMarco's pet maneuvers. And Gambino gets pushed off the apron. More infighting in the Gambino family plan. DeMarco, good Lord! That's a disqualification. DeMarco wipes Cage out with that chair shot, and Mickey Gambino, the other member of the family, in there as well. I think Mickey and Marshall are tired of their cousin acting out. DeMarco's trying to tell him, you'd be the champs if you listen to me, but Mickey and Marshall are saying, we don't need your help. And the unrest.
The winner of this contest, as a result of a disqualification, on property, Jason Cage. Number 1 call, making his way through the ring, weighing at 190 pounds, from Redondo Beach, California. This is sweet and sour, Gregory Sweeney.
One of the most eccentric individuals in the International Wrestling Cartel, Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney, fresh off an Eye of the Hurricane weapons match with arch rival Jason Gory. Hoping to get back on track here this evening as I am now joined, Joe Dombrowski, alongside Mr. Bryce Remsburg.
Oh, reunited, it feels so good, Joe, baby. Pittsburgh on a Friday night, great crowd here for some ringed fury action. I'm excited, I don't know about you.
Very true, always great to be here for IWC action. There's nothing like it, and there's nothing quite like the individual Chuck Roberts is about to introduce as Larry Sweeney's opposition.
He missed his cue, you just set him up, you alley-ooped him.
And his opponent, weighing in at 201 pounds, from Havana, Cuba, all the way to Los Angeles, Reyes.
A very dangerous individual, a member of that infamous Rottweiler clan.
Yeah. If you want to know a little about Ricky Reyes, look at the company he keeps. Look at Loki, look at Homicide. Those are guys you do not F with. You don't F with Ricky Reyes.
Absolutely right. Reyes has brought the same intensity and focus here to IWC rings, a sharp contrast to the demeanor of Mr. Sweeney, wouldn't you say?
Looking about jacked up as I've ever seen him, and if there's one guy in IWC that's not going to put up with Sweeney's crap, his name's Ricky Reyes. Another guy to keep your eye on is this Stephen Coulter weasel I've been hearing so much about.
Absolutely right. Stephen Coulter has been quick quick to cross the boss as of late when it comes to his disagreements with promoter Norm Connors. Also quick to run to the commission and complain about some of the actions here. Coulter's caused more fines than the LAPD lately.
How about Jace? He's a thorn in the side of Mr. CJ Sensation as well, who's a fine referee from where I sit. I don't know about this Coulter fella.
CJ Sensation, however, unfortunately suspended.
Yeah, how about that?
From active officiating. He is not here, at least not in a refereeing capacity, here tonight, and that stretches for a 30-day period, if I am correct.
Yep.
And Reyes and Sweeney now circle one another, prepare to tie up. Sweeney made his presence known in Reyes' matchup last month. It was Reyes and John McChesney against the Kings of Wrestling, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli. We saw a little bit of an alliance made between Hero, Claudio, and Larry Sweeney, both helping the other out in their respective matches. What do you know about that one, Remsburg?
I don't know. All I know is I asked the three of them about it, and at the same time, they said so much men. I don't know what that means. You have to talk to one of the three of them, but I do know they all are, you know, out of the Chikara promotion and in Eastern Pennsylvania. They probably ride together for all I know, so who knows what they're up to, but those are three devious minds that I can't imagine. Oh, look at Sweeney.
Quick to bail out after the paintbrush job. And we should mention that both Hero and Claudio are in attendance here tonight, scheduled for action later on.
It's Gory and Shiima. Sweeney's not such a big man when he doesn't have a keyboard in his hand, or you know, whatever else he was bashing Jason Gory sculling with a month ago.
Very true. We've seen Sweeney take the low road many times when dealing with Jason Gory, but with all due respect, Reyes a little bigger and a little bit badder than Jason Gory.
Yes, this is true. Did we get word if it's, I don't know if his ICW, ICWA title's on the line. I do know Larry Sweeney's an 18-time champion of this Phantom title we hear so much about, out of only him somehow.
Texarkana television title, not recognized by any promotion in the world as an authentic, legitimate championship.
Right, recognized by Larry Sweeney's ego.
Yes, Larry Sweeney has 24/7 rules, but that's a whole other story as Reyes takes him over, Japanese-style arm drag, and a drop kick. Reyes quick to explode on Sweeney.
You know he's dazing Sweeney because he stood up and he was standing in the very right spot, feeding himself for more attack. Sweeney had no idea if he was in Pittsburgh, Cleveland, wherever he was. Just opening us up to more punishment. Now working his way to an armbar by Reyes.
Sweeney up to his feet, trying to create some distance between both men's bodies. Sweeney finally able to send Reyes into the ropes, who ducks underneath and stays right on top of Sweeney with that arm drag into the bar.
You look at Larry Sweeney, you see pink and purple and boas and sunglasses and all this crap, but he's very devious, he's very wily, and he's very dangerous by that. He's only been in the wrestling business a little over 2 years, and in those 2 years he's been to PWG, he's been to Mexico, he's been all over, up and down, IW Mid-South, CZW, up and down the Eastern Seaboard, down in Alabama, up in Connecticut and Massachusetts. He's all over the place. He's wrestled a lot of bigger names, if you will, and every match he learns something.
Reyes up and over, a little quicker than Sweeney on that exchange, and right back on top of Sweet and Sour. And you have to believe that these repeated arm drags and bars are serving to increasingly frustrate Larry Sweeney, who's just trying to get away from the grasp of Reyes.
Wrestling 101, pick a part of the body and stick to it. The arm bar's working for Ricky Reyes, so he's going to stick with the arm bar. You might not get a submission out of an arm bar, but you might throw on a Jujigatame or a Wakitagatame later on in the match, and it's going to be curtains for Larry Sweeney.
Sweeney elbows his way out of trouble as Reyes trapped in the corner.
Blatant closed fist. Is Texarkana near Cuba?
Well,
I don't have an atlas hand.
I'll have to check the map.
Swings around. Oh, now Sweeney going to work on the knee of Ricky Reyes.
Reyes tried to recover momentarily when Sweeney started gesturing to these fans again, but Sweeney right back on top of Reyes, and now it's isolating the left knee of the Havana Pitbull, Ricky Reyes.
Very possibly trying to take away those kicks of Ricky Reyes. Very dangerous kicks he throws. If he's got a torn ACL or whatever Sweeney's trying to do to his knee area, it'll be tough to be throwing those kicks.
And Sweeney drives all the weight down right on that leg.
Very proud of himself. He's his biggest fan, you know.
Oh,
I'm sure you've had your time with him here in commentary.
Absolutely. We've had our encounters, and it's always been unique.
Yeah. There's a picture of him next to overbearing in the dictionary.
And Reyes back to a vertical base, however.
With the good leg.
Sharp kick right to the quadricep muscle.
Reyes saved up just enough energy for that one kick. Wasn't a lethal blow, and now he's got Sweeney's ire raised.
Sweeney smartly right back on top of him. Double arm overhead suplex.
Butterfly style.
Lateral press, but a 2 count, says the dubious Stephen Coulter.
Like I said, this Sweeney very devious, not above a handful of tights, not above feet on the ropes or a foreign object, or you name it. They're all in the Larry Sweeney playbook.
Well, I mean, we saw him a few months ago try to pile drive Jason Gory on the floor, try to end the kid's career, break his neck, just all over that ridiculous championship he carries around.
Ridiculous is a good word.
And Reyes elbows out of the attempted chin lock, now up and over, sunset flip. Sweeney could not maintain his balance, and a count of 2 before Sweeney escapes, but right back on top of Reyes.
I thought it was going to be Moons over Elizabeth there for a second. Sweeney now back in the driver's seat, I don't know for how long. Reyes showed a lot of hope, not down but not out for sure.
Like you are, now he has Reyes.
Look at that overhead knife edge. You see the back knife edge a lot, but you don't see the overhand.
A second one.
Hurting his hand on perhaps the meaty pec of Larry Sweeney.
Look out. Bulldog by Reyes.
No, he's a pit bull, you said, not a bulldog.
Right.
You confused?
Series of kicks by Reyes.
But now that we mentioned it, his explosive nature does very similar to the Dynamite Kid.
Very true. Chancery into a swinging neck breaker. Cover and no.
Short ride, sucky fall for Larry Sweeney.
Sucky.
Sucky. Sucktastic. You like that? There's an adjective.
And Sweeney, I believe he went to the eyes.
Or the throat. It does. I think it was the throat that time.
Right you are. Sweeney
felt threatened. Uh-oh.
Taking the cheap tactics, but can't get himself out of that suplex. Cover, shoulders were down, but Reyes cannot put him off. Reyes wants that measure of revenge for when Sweeney got involved in that tag team matchup last month. Reyes was defeated. He took the winning fall in that matchup.
Pretty much cost the victory.
Thanks largely in part to Sweeney.
Yep.
And his, what'd you call that alliance?
So much men.
So much men. Monkey flip attempt.
Squeezes out.
Hangs on. 2.
Wait a second. His feet were on the ropes. Coulter was looking right at it.
He was?
It had to be in his range of vision. Dabrowski, tell me you missed that. Well, Coulter was looking right at his feet. The rope's still shaking.
I will not doubt that's very, very likely, based on what we've seen from that crooked referee, Stephen Coulter. He's got his hand in somebody's pocket, I'll tell you that.
Highway robbery on Larry Sweeney.
And tonight it cost Ricky Reyes a victory, a measure of revenge over Larry Sweeney. Sweet and Sour squeaks one out once again over the very dangerous Havana Pitbull.
The following contest is
Sebastian Dark, 1/4 of the Unholy Alliance in tonight's main event. What does Sebastian Dark want? It's not his time out here.
CJ Sensation, let me see it, buddy.
Well, CJ Sensation has been suspended for 30 days.
Let's do it.
Suspended for 30 days as a referee for putting his hand on Sebastian Dark. You see him come out of the crowd. He's here as a spectator. He's not on this show, but Sebastian Dark wants to fight him regardless. If I were CJ Sensation, I would not do this. Oh, spear! CJ takes it down, and we got a fight. Sensation risking having his referee's license revoked here, but we got Hentai out here. Unholy Alliance likes to travel in packs. We know that. And now it's 2-on-1 against a referee, not a wrestler, a referee who's had a broken neck in the past, and you see him immediately favoring that area of the body. Bradford's out. 1/4 of Dennis Gregory's coalition of the willing. It's Team IWC, and Radford drops him with the spine buster. Dark is down, and now it's Radford and Hentai, one of the men who kidnapped him several months back. Look out, oh, Shirley Doe. Now the former IWC champion Doe at ringside. Trip Bradford and 3 members of the Unholy Alliance are out here compared to 1 member of Team IWC and referee CJ Sensation. And the beatdown commences. Hentai Dark going to work on Radford and Sensation. Look out. Bolen. Recently signed by World Wrestling Entertainment, but he's in an IWC building. He still has IWC as his top priority, and that sure as hell includes the Unholy Alliance here tonight. And Dark and Bolen having words, but the Unholy Alliance has been chased away, at least for now. And hopefully Radford is not hurt too badly. Hopefully Sensation is not hurt too badly. But these teams will square off again at the end of the night. It's 4-on-4 on Unholy Alliance versus Team IWC. Radford being carried away. We hope he's okay. We hope he'll be able to compete tonight in our main event on the Unholy Alliance. More updates as they become available.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 210 pounds, from Gregory crossing North Dakota, Vendetta.
The former Jesse Titan Mark, still on his crusade, is Vendetta against IWC for treating him like a joke and a comedy act throughout 2005. We've seen Vendetta do many battles with Glenn Spector, and another tough test is coming up this short.
Well, a good way to lose that image is to wear a Stone Cold t-shirt. Well.
What?
I'll tell you later. Oh. Or ask Balls Out Troy Lords to show you what happens there.
No, I'd rather not, but a little bit of a new look for Balls Hot Troy Lords.
Balls Hot? Oh, I thought it was Balls Out.
No,
okay.
No.
I was talking about West Hollywood. This guy, if I'm not mistaken, on a very impressive streak as of lately. Went all the way to the finals of Super Indy, yeah?
Right, you are.
Very impressive showing against Delirious in a return match last month.
Absolutely right. Troy Lords is on the roll of his career.
Sure. Looking great, too.
Oh, best shape of his life by far. Without question. Troy Lords stepping up his game big time. And really the next evolution of Troy Lords really began at Super Indy 5 last April, defeating Claudio Castagnoli and Ricky Reyes before succumbing to Delirious in the finals. But if you ask me, only because of Hentai's interference, injuring that knee of Troy Lords. We do understand that knee has since healed.
Right.
Lords has been extensively rehabbing that knee. And a quick roll-up attempt on Vendetta, unsuccessful. But Troy Lords allegedly 100% tonight for the first time in a few months. So we'll see how he fares against a man still a rookie in IWC, Vendetta.
Well, taking nothing away from Troy Lords, I mean, beating Claudio and Ricky Reyes on different nights is no small task, but to do it in the same night, very, very impressive. And I mean, you know, he fell to Delirious, who, by hook or by crook, whatever the circumstances, is the Super Indy champion. No shame in going to the finals.
Vendetta uses that power to counter the side headlock, and now rings the arm of Troy Lords. We've seen Vendetta take on Wonder Man Glenn Spector in recent months, and certainly if Vendetta's goal was to shake that stigma of being sort of a WWE impersonator. The Glenn match didn't do him any favors. We saw a WWE-style matchup with all the moves of Steve Austin and Kurt Angle. Like we saw a WCW/TNA-style matchup with the Jeff Jarretts and Scott Steiners of the world being represented.
And this was supposed to be the ECW night, right? Maybe?
Or so we assume. Maybe it was an AWA match.
Who knows?
Regardless, Glenn Spector with an injury,
maybe
specifics of which have not been disclosed, but Spector unable to be here tonight.
Well, you know, if Glenn Spector could be here, he would be here. That's the kind of guy he is. Maybe it was a Bill Watts UWF match.
Maybe it could have been, but Troy Lords certainly on that very same level as Glenn Spector as far as competition, as Vendetta cinches in the top wrist lock, widens his stance to get some extra leverage on the smaller Choi Lords, who certainly has to be wanting to ease himself back into Super Indy title contention. We'll see Delirious defend the Super Indy title a little bit later tonight, and Choi Lord certainly has to be considered one of the, if not the top contender after the fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Absolutely, and what Vendetta has in size, Choi Lords has in experience. Definitely more experience here in IWC in the Pittsburgh area. Vendetta, relatively new to the wrestling game, big notch in his belt. He can knock off Choi Lords, his veteran.
But Vendetta may be new to the wrestling business, but he's not new to studying the game.
True.
I'll tell you that Vendetta, hundreds of videotapes he has studied for years since childhood, and that's not just the big leagues, that's not just the national promotions.
Sure.
That's regional and independent wrestling too.
Sit out gourd buster by Choi Lords, follows up with a basement dropkick to the face.
Lateral press 2 count. I know Vendetta has heavily scouted Choi Lords for this contest, and up until about a minute ago, I'd tell you it was working pretty well.
Right. Well, this match is far from over. To the eyes goes Vendetta. Knew he was in trouble. That's a desperation move. A shot to the eyes, shot to the throat.
Cheap shot reversal by Lords.
Kicks out the leg, gets him down on his level. Vendetta's not so big now when he's on all fours.
Takes out the vertical base. Lords misses with a follow through, and Vendetta drills him with a hard lariat.
This Vendetta's in quite the shape too.
Absolutely is. I mean, he's had months and months of training at the IWC's official training school, the Coalition of Competition. Certainly gotten himself in fantastic physical shape.
Perhaps he kept his swimming suit on from the pool this afternoon, but nonetheless, he's in there with a great competitor.
Lords attempts to retaliate. Knife edge just staggers Vendetta, but does not take him down.
Reversal, there's that power advantage.
Lords gets the foot up, however. But overhead, belly to belly, beautifully executed by Vendetta.
Came frighteningly close to crippling Choi Lords.
Lateral press, but a near fall. And again, we see Stephen Coulter, the official, in the ring.
Yeah.
One of only 2 officials here tonight, thanks to the CJ Sensation suspension from the commission, which was, of course, egged on by Coulter.
Yeah, that's less time I get to spend with you.
Well, how unfortunate.
They're making me earn my hot dog tonight.
Chinlock by Vendetta. Lords.
Have I told you that I miss you lately, Joe?
Well, no, you have. We'll save those feelings for off air, but thank you very much.
Now's a good opportunity as any, I figure. I'm not ashamed.
Lords with a knife edge, and Vendetta just gonna power him back to the corner.
Oh, geez. All the way across the hypotenuse of the ring. Finishes it up with a spine buster.
Cover by Vendetta. This has got to be Omno.
2 9/10.
Every time we're together, you find a way to use the word hypotenuse.
What can I say?
Vendetta now towering over Lords. Has completely outpowered him so far. Has used his vast studying of the game in order to scout Lords better than most.
And maybe he's choking. Oh, Coulter decided to count a choke. That's really big of him. That's great. Really appreciate that.
Well, certainly if we tried to dissect the immoral nature of Coulter, we'd be here all night.
Very true.
As Lords is trying.
He also makes a better door than a window.
Just in a desperation move. Finally back up to his feet, exchanging form. Ooh. Don't know if you'd want to do that with Vendetta, however.
Oh, right to the point of the jaw. Fireman's carry by Lords.
As the big man down, can he follow through, however?
Whoa!
Takes him down one more time with a clothesline.
That must be quite a clothesline to knock Vendetta off his feet in one try like that. The
Irish whip, Choi Lords.
Oh, a little bit of an elbow. A little bit of a leg lariat there too, nonetheless effective. Takes the big man off his feet.
They have not gotten all of that move, but it dazed Vendetta. Enough for Lords to attempt to follow through at least.
Thinking about his next move now.
But you gotta wonder if those knife edge chops are a mistake. When you got a large chest like Vendetta does, can absorb so much of that punishment.
Whoa! Satellite head scissors by Choi Lords.
Beautiful counter by Balls Hot. Takes over Vendetta. You can see Lords feeling the pain. It's his back this time. His knee's fine, but his back is in pain.
Making lemons out of lemonade with that head scissors. Now he's got something in mind.
Charging through. Look out.
Stuck on the second rope. Oh, we'll see a big old.
This?
Super Hangman's neck breaker. Drags him right in the middle of the ring, right where he wants him.
Drops him hard and out of the angle, and that's just a count of 2. Balls hot, like we've seen from him so many times in recent months. Such a competitor. He will not quit. He will not die. We saw him pass out at Super Indy 5 rather than tap out or throw in the towel.
Absolutely.
That's the type of competition you get from Troy Lords.
Well, maybe going for maybe a tombstone, maybe a power slam of sorts.
Might have been going.
Oh!
God. Drops him hard, right on his head, and 3-0.
Do you have a name for that? What's he call that?
Well, the beginnings look like a setup for the means to the end, but certainly that's something I've never seen from Vendetta's playbook before.
Even though it didn't get the win, it got to be considered effective. Troy Lords doesn't look like he's on another planet right now.
Absolutely right. Now Vendetta. Maybe looking to finish him off here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let Troy slip out of his grasp. Drops forward with a neck breaker. Cover. Troy Lords again with an air fall. We've seen Vendetta battle back from so much. Vendetta's only been on the active roster for 4 months.
Yep.
Isn't it amazing what we're seeing out of him already?
What's he going for here?
Try and cinch him up. Brainbuster.
Jesus!
Drops him hard. That's got to be all Lords. Apparently doesn't think he can finish him off with a brainbuster. Might be a mistake by Balls Hot as he goes all the way to the top. Look out. Moonsault. Vendetta had it scouted.
Low flying moonsault. Vendetta saw it coming, you're right. Maybe Lords took a little too much time getting up there.
Look out. Vendetta-nator.
Oh, God.
Lords counters Enziguri style kick.
Enziguri literally means kick to the head, and that's exactly what that was.
And now Lord's going to finish him off.
Oh, God.
What is this?
Maybe a cop killer? Ooh. Vendetta put on the brakes. I would, too, if I was about to get...
Lords maybe making a mistake trying to elevate all that weight of Vendetta. Tries to drop him down. Vendetta puts on the brakes again, able to turn it over. Lords cannot maneuver Vendetta anywhere right now, and finally just breaks the hold and kicks him out of frustration.
Thought maybe we were going to see an unprettier or maybe a roll-up or something.
Lords just could not get the leverage he could. He needed to drive him down. And there's almost a modified X-Buster. Lords gets the cover.
That's
3
it.
count.
Here's your winner, Balls Hot, Troy Lords.
Balls Hot is victorious over Vendetta, but Vendetta showed he is not a joke. He is not a commoner. He is a student of the game.
Dark, Doe, Abyss. You took out CJ Sensation. But guess what, kids? The Hunters is still left. Tonight, Balls Hot, 4th man.
Wow. Look out. Oh, damn it. Hentai's the one that injured Troy Lords and cost him the Super Indy title at Super Indy 5. Hentai and Dark want to damage everything IWC stands for. We saw them attempt to injure Radford, and now drives the knees right into Lord's knee. That's the same knee he injured April 15th.
You're not the 4th man either. Who else you got back there?
Oh, come on. Well, the Unholy Alliance has injured CJ Sensation. They've injured Troy Lords. They've hurt his knee again. Dennis Gregory's out. He's got a rake and a shovel. He's not looking for a big W. He's looking for the Unholy Alliance. Hentai and Dark slowly backing off from Dennis Gregory. He comes to the ring brandishing weapons, but the damage has been done, and so it seems. CJ Sensation has been laid out. Troy Lords has been re-injured at the hands of the Unholy Alliance. That left knee has been tarnished again. Who is left that has a problem with the Unholy Alliance that is willing to step up? Well, Lords can't put any weight on that knee. It was good to go for competition, but Hentai time and injured it once again. Dennis Gregory has to regroup the troops, has to reestablish the coalition of the willing before the end of this night.
Making their way towards the ring at a total combined weight of 452 pounds. The team of Double C, Mario Castagnoli, Chris Hill, they're the kings of wrestling.
Two-thirds of the group that has apparently dubbed themselves So Much Men. Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, and of course Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney. Saw them get involved in each other's business last month. I believe those are the Chikara tag titles Claudio and Hero are wearing. Representation of a promotion in the other side of the state, but be that as it may, that's not the important thing here. The important thing is their opponents, a newfound tag team tandem here, forged on respect. However, there is one member of this trio who was not too happy about it. We'll get into that in a moment. Xion and Jason Gory fought each other from show to show, state to state, territory to territory, to try to prove to themselves which of the two was the star young prospect in the Pittsburgh area. After months of beating the bejesus out of each other, those wars caused both men to grow a mutual respect for one another. And one man not happy about that is the man at ringside, the prophet of profit, the mavrosexual, the greatest man alive, the agent, business advisor, and photographer and personal manager of Shiima Xion, the man of many titles. That man is Chris Maverick at ringside. He does not want to have Jason Gory on his side. He still resents Jason Gory. He still despises Jason Gory based on wars gone by. And Maverick does not want Shiima Xion to show any type of allegiance to anyone other than him. And even with Gory spraying the hair of Shiima, that's got to get under Maverick's skin. As up until now, it was just Maverick and Shiima raising hell. And Maverick, ever since Gory and Shiima started showing some mutual respect together, Maverick has been right in between both of them, trying to tear them away from each other, trying to avoid forming this tag. And Hero and Claudio, I don't know what that was supposed to prove, but as I mentioned, Hero and Claudio, both, hello. Bell sounds were underway. Hero and Claudio both interfered in their new cohort, Larry Sweeney's matchup with Jason Gory, the Eye of the Hurricane weapons matchup. And in turn, Sweeney aided Hero and Claudio in their matchup with Ricky Reyes and John McChesney. And certainly that was the beginning of that alliance, and Shiima Xion and Jason Gory took offense to that. And you see Shiima Xion, best shape of his life. Xion recently returning from about a week and a half in the land of the rising sun, touring Japan, gaining some valuable, priceless experience over there. But Claudio's about 6'5", about 260 or 70, and there's no way Shiima Xion, even though he has more pounds of pure smut on him than ever before, no way he's going to outpower Claudio Castagnoli. We see a nice tender hug. Claudio and Shiima tie up center of the ring. Shiima starting things out, attempting to control the body of Castagnoli, but so much power on Double C, the most money make man. Of course, from Switzerland originally, still touring all over the world. And Claudio starting things out slowly with the dark glamour god, the future of fashion, Shiima Xion, now in control with a wrist lock on Claudio. And you can see the damage done to Double C's wrist. And Hero and Claudio certainly have already thrown around the term a few times, but it's very true as far as these individuals go. They are students of the game. Claudio hangs onto the arm. Xion able to use the momentum from the rope to send Claudio over. And Maverick just tripped the leg of Claudio, and Shiima Xion upset over Chris Maverick's interference when usually Xion reveled in it. Ever since hooking up with Jason Gory, Shiima wants to do this thing on his own. He doesn't want Maverick helping him anymore, and that gets under the skin of Maverick as well. And Maverick and Gory are now having words on the outside as Shiima Xion now attempts to send Claudio in. Claudio again uses that size that, wait a second, but the only guy that can pull off a suit jacket and jean shorts is Chris Maverick. He's over here at commentary. You got a match over here. You're supposed to be managing Shiima Xion.
I'm managing.
Well, we got a photo. This is the first photo op you've ever missed, Maverick.
Oh, come on. Wasting the hairspray. Oh, we got the photo op. You don't just keep using the spray.
Well, maybe it's going a little flat.
Well, I mean, his hair's flat to start, but I mean, it's good to have, I'm glad he's trying. I'm glad he's trying. It's good to have good hair.
Well, that's very true, but it seems that Shiima Xion wasn't too happy with your interference there, tripping Claudio's leg.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? You just interfered and Shiima Xion just tore you a new one for it.
No comment.
No. Well, I should not be surprised. Of course, the prophet of profit. Well, we went through all those nicknames earlier, but...
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Did you? What did you get?
I got the prophet of profit, the Mavosexual, the greatest man alive.
Yeah.
I got all your business titles out there.
That's good.
Got all that taken care of. You're
Did
well
you mention my MBA?
Your what?
MBA. I just finished last week, Harvard.
Oh.
Harvard Business School.
Please. And Gory now in, dropping the axe handle on the arm of Claudio. Xion and Gory are utilizing their speed in this matchup to counteract the size disadvantage from Claudio and Hero. And what do you make of the group called So Much Men, Claudio, Hero, and Larry Sweeney?
Not much. I mean, it's not Larry Sweeney. That's Chris Hero.
Well, Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, and Larry Sweeney as a trio.
Where do you see Larry Sweeney?
Well, I certainly saw them helping each other out last month.
Yeah. See, and that was highly illegal, by the way.
Well, that's caused this matchup here. Jason Gory had to deal with 3-on-1 odds in his Eye of the Hurricane matchup with Sweeney when Claudio and Hero got involved.
Yeah.
And your boy Shiima Xion took offense to it and ran out.
It was good. It was good. I mean, because if there's anything that Shiima and I hate, it's trying to gang up. Like it's completely unfair. I mean, 3-on-1. You're right. I mean,
what a fountain of misinformation you are. You take those odds in a second.
What are you talking about?
Gory standing up the momentum and drops Hero hard.
If I would take those odds in a second, I would be out there right now, like trying to cheat. I'm not cheating. I play fair.
No, because you got yelled at by your guy for it.
What are you talking about?
Please. Hero with a stiff shot to Gory. Ever since Gory and Shiima Xion first shook hands some months ago and admitted they respected each other after the years long of wars, you seem to have been taken to offense to it, haven't you?
No comment.
Exactly. You've been trying to tear apart this team from before day one.
Why would I tear apart this team? Okay, you understand? Okay, do you understand how managing works? I get 40% of everything Shiima Xion makes.
40%?
Yeah.
What a con artist you are.
Standard fee, 40%.
Please.
40%, and now I'm working that deal with Gory. Why would I want to tear the team apart? Like my salary just doubled.
Does Jason Gory know that?
I'm not very. I mean, It's under control.
I'm gonna have a chat with him after the show. Tell him to check the fine.
You won't be speaking to him at all.
Check the fine print in his contract.
No, any contact with Jason Gory should now go to my offices.
You can't tell me what to do.
I can do. I'm his representative.
Claudio with a one-man flapjack on Shiima Xion.
Come on, Shiima.
The Virgin Slayer kicks out at 2, and the tag is in to Chris Hero. Of course, Hero and Claudio, separate from Sweeney, collectively known as the Kings of Wrestling.
Or, you know,
double boot.
Based on earlier, I'd say maybe the Queens.
Whatever in the hell that was, and a near fall. Well, there's anything wrong with that. We all can't be Virgin Slayers. We all can't have 600 clubs.
Apparently, we all can be Glenn Spector.
Well, one Glenn Spector's enough. Thank you very much.
Where's Glenn?
Well, Glenn's on the injured list right now, and I'm not going to speculate what's injured or how it got that way, but regardless.
Ooh! Come on, Shiima.
Hero. Feel Shiima across the ring.
That was blatant cheating right there on the part of Chris Hero. Jason Gory's not the legal. Gory, get out of the ring. Get out of the ring.
Why aren't you up there telling him that?
Get out of the ring, Gory!
Please. And that allows Claudio and Hero to utilize some more double team tactics.
Illegal double team tactics. Call it how it is.
Well,
call it fair.
Certainly very dubious. Behind the official.
Very dubious.
Oh, handful of hair.
Come on, off the hair.
Ripping the hair
Claudio,
off by the roof.
off the hair. Stay off the hair.
I don't think he's going to listen to you, Matt. Please.
I got money in this. He's doing it again.
40% each, right?
Come on.
Unbelievable. Like the proverbial rag doll, I have never seen Shiima Xion.
I mean, when you look at the new highlight, do you have any idea what that set me back? He's got brand new highlights. You know, he just went to Japan.
I mentioned that, yes.
Yeah.
Certainly we're all proud of that. But a senton by Hero. Xion sandwiched between Hero and Claudio. Nowhere to go, but the lax cover cost Hero. Wow. Why don't you do something about that, Maverick?
I'm doing fine. You heard me. What do you want me to do? Are you advocating that I go in the ring and cheat, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
I'm advocating.
Because I don't do that sort of thing.
I'm advocating you support your charge.
I am supporting them. I'm sitting here telling them. I mean,
You're 20 feet away from him. Are you kidding me?
Where would you have me be? Well, if I were standing over there, what would you have me doing right now? I'm lending moral support.
I'd have you lending some moral and verbal support over there too. Try to advise Shiima Xion. Try to advise Jason Gory. These two guys still only.
Watch this. Jason, get him! There. See, I advised. See it worked. Did you see that? Good job.
Thanks, Mr. Obvious. You're a lifesaver.
Huh?
That's
I just saved my guy in a completely legal manner.
Congratulations. You're really earning that money sitting here next to me.
I'm working on it.
Oh, where's Farnsworth when you need it? Fireman carry.
That's great.
Look out. Rolls through and drops down. Another innovative senton. That's body control by Chris Hero. Back into double C.
I don't think I like this.
I don't think Shima's going to like it.
I don't think I like it. What the?
Oh, make
come
a
on.
wish.
Come on.
Stretching the groin muscles. And Gory trying to get involved, but certainly a rookie mistake as far as tag team competition goes.
Well, you know, we are looking at the co-holders of the Rookie of the Year award. You know, Jason Gory and Shiima Xion did win the Rookie of the Year award. Did you know that?
Did you really just say that?
Yes, Shiima won it twice.
Oh,
Gory won. Yes, he did. Shiima won it twice. Gory won it once. They co-held it. Only time ever.
I've never heard you acknowledge something positive about Jason Gory before.
What? He's a fine wrestler.
I agree.
I respect it. Didn't you see a few months ago at what was that show? The show with the belt. You know, the conference.
Super Indy.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. After the, you know, we were at that show, and at the end of a match, you know, we shook his hand. I shook his hand. Didn't you see that?
Well, I saw Shiima shake his hand.
And I shook his hand. Go watch the tape.
I saw you actively protesting. Excuse me. Hero gets a 2 count.
I shook his hand. Go watch the tape. Available at IWCWrestling.com.
Well, thanks to our good friends at DH Videos.
That's right.
Claudio now, legal man once again. Duck a double clothesline, however, Shiima.
There you go. There you go.
Gotta use his speed to get out of here.
Good, come on. Good job. Good job.
Ducks out of the way. Look out here. Shiima gonna spring off the ropes. Catches
He got it. He got it.
Spring
Tag out. Tag out.
with the momentum.
Tag the kid in. Come on, Shiima, tag out. There you go.
He got the tag. Takes the Gory in. And these gentlemen are in control, and they're doing it without your help.
They're doing fine.
Exactly. That's my point. Hero with a hard
What is your
right.
point?
My point is they're doing fine without you.
Great. Through my advisement.
Yeah. Double slam. Gory counters. Beautiful arm
Now, have you ever, have you ever seen Jason Gory do that before? Okay, he could use some work.
Hurricanrana Ted couldn't get the height on 6'4" Hero to take
We'll
him
work
over.
on that. No, we're going to correct that.
I'm sure you will. Take another 5% out as punishment, right? Please.
Are you implying that I don't earn my paycheck? Mr. Dombrowski?
Well, I suppose
What kind of name is
you serve
Dombrowski
something.
anyway?
Well,
There you go.
tornado DDT, beautifully done by Gory.
Absolutely. When's the last time you saw him do that? I taught him that, you know.
You did not. QAS.
I might have. Come on.
Get
2,
the big man over.
3.
Leverage move. Can't keep Claudio down.
That close. That close.
Tag to Shiima.
Pinning the Kings of Wrestling.
There we go. Such grace by Shiima Xion.
2.
Punk of the
That
leg,
was a
no.
slow count by the referee. The referee ran all the way across the ring to count. That should have been 3 right there.
I don't believe that was a slow count.
He just didn't get. I mean, he counted at a good speed, but he didn't get down there fast enough. That should have been a 3. And I'm not saying, you know, referee has a little discretion. That's fine.
Look out here.
Oh, come on, go. Oh, come on.
Variation of a double power bomb cover, and that's 3.
Illegal double team maneuver.
Hero and Claudio are victorious once again here at IWC.
What?
With the hairspray.
Oh, come on.
That's a little disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
Well, be that as it may, Hero and Claudio won. But you gotta give credit.
They're not. They won. They cheated.
Well, give credit.
You advocate cheating.
Give
Go get him,
credit,
Jason.
please,
Thank you.
please. Give credit to Gory and Xion where credit is due. A fantastic first outing as a tag team. And they did it largely without managerial supervision.
We've been preparing for this for a month.
Introducing to you first the challenger from Sin City, weighing in at 210 pounds. He is one half of the NWA Tag Team Champions, the Fallen Angel, with the
A former two-time TNA X Division champion and former and current TNA Tag Team Champion of the world, Christopher Daniels has, however, never captured the Super Indy Championship. Tonight may be his night. There you see it, 10 pounds of gold. One half of those NWA World Tag Team Championship titles. An honor he currently shares with AJ Styles. Super Indy champion I think we've ever seen. The man from the edge of sanity, Delirious, set to make a championship defense.
You ever been to the Edge of Sanity, Joe?
No, I haven't.
It's actually a pretty cool place.
If everybody there is like Delirious, I don't think I'd want to be.
No, it's awesome. I mean, really hot chicks there. I vacationed there last fall.
We got Daisy Hayes.
Daisy Hayes. Yeah. She is a hot chick.
Right you are. Delirious certainly taking a very unique stance. And as the bell sounds, you see Delirious in rare form. Let's listen in.
That's funny. That is true, Delirious.
Daniels wants the microphone. I have no idea what in the world he...
Whoa, wait a minute. First of all, IWC has always been proud to run a family show, so watch your language.
It was a little off color. Daniels is right. Didn't you think?
Second of all, I don't know where all this is coming from. Why are you so upset at me? This is the first time we've even been in the ring together, and here you are calling my mother names, saying you're gonna rip off my head. What's the matter with you? Whoa, wait a minute. I never said that. Who told you I said that? Whoa. AJ Styles told you that? Man, he's just pulling your leg. Look, man, AJ Styles is always trying to get me in trouble. I mean, we're partners and everything, but he's always trying to get me in. Did I ever tell you about the time he hid a business mask in my bag? I had to buy Jim Mitchell a steak dinner just so the big guy would leave me alone.
That's just filthy.
Now look, you know I don't speak Spanish, so say that part again in English. Now look, you just made that last part up. You made that up.
What in the hell? What? It's called mind games, Joe.
Look, why are you so hostile towards me? I don't know why it has to be like that. All of this is a title defense. I just want my opportunity at the Super Indy title. So I don't see why you have to be like that. Are you sure that's the way you want to handle this? Are you sure? Okay.
Well, whatever the hell just happened, I think Christopher Daniels didn't really appreciate it. And we have a Super Indy Championship matchup between Delirious, the reigning champion, and the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, Joe Dombrowski, and the Prophet of Prophet, Chris Maverick, here at ringside. Delirious throwing chairs, look out.
Wow. I mean, that was a pretty heated debate there between Delirious and Chris Daniels there.
I hope Digital Horizons has subtitles.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
What? I mean, I know Daniels has a little bit of a lisp, but, you know, he's easy to understand. I mean, I got it.
Delirious is throwing hats.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking, there you go, backwards. I'm thinking something. Okay. That might be a new look.
Imagine if you took 40% from Daniels, how rich you'd be. Oh, exactly.
Let me make a phone call.
Will you stop?
Can I? I'll call my butler.
No, please. Delirious consulting Daisy Hayes on the outside.
Yeah, no, take a memo.
Delirious throwing about 20 signs all over the place.
Get Chris Daniels' people. Yeah, I want a meeting. I want a meeting with Daniels' people.
Even Daisy Hayes couldn't believe that. I'm gonna email Bill
No,
Behrens and warn him you're coming. You know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I want to see about managing Chris Daniels.
And Delirious.
No, I think it'd be great.
Will you stop?
I'm on the phone here. Could you be quiet?
Well, excuse me. I'll start the show.
Yeah.
Delirious
I gotta do
still trying to
commentary.
psych out Christopher Daniels.
He needs me to carry him.
Bryce Remsburg, the official, signed the contest. And Delirious and Daniels looking
Yeah.
for an opening early on.
Yeah, toodles.
Daniels and Delirious both jockeying for positioning here, both being very, very tentative, because when you got a wrestler the caliber of Daniels and a nut job the caliber of Delirious, there's no telling what's going to happen in between those ropes.
I think we're going to see a fine wrestling contest between those ropes, Joe.
I think we very well may. Christopher
May?
Daniels, well, I think we will. Christopher Daniels has competed for the Super Indy Championship before. He's competed in two Super Indy tournaments, our inaugural tournament in 2002, where he advanced to the finals.
That's the dinghy with the belt.
Yeah, that's a tournament every year.
Yeah.
And in Super Indy 2, in 2003, he defeated Raymond to advance to the semifinals.
Delirious pulling the hair.
Well, he's trying to pull some scalp. That's not going to be too successful, but Super Indy 3, Daniels challenged AJ Styles in a Super Indy Championship matchup, and that was voted Match of the Year for 2004.
Maybe once I'm managing Chris Daniels, I'll have him grow hair.
Well, good luck on that.
It might be a new look for him.
Side headlock by the Fallen Angel. As we mentioned, one half of the reigning NWA World Tag Team Champion of AJ Styles. But it's certainly not about any championship anywhere else. This is all about the Super Indy prize. Christopher Daniels has been searching for it, hunting it down for over 4 years, and tonight could be the culmination of that work.
Yeah. Do you think that I'll get AJ Styles too? Is that like a package deal?
I give up.
Because that'd be awesome. So, wow.
Sends Daniels into the rope, shoulder tackle.
Beautiful shoulder tackle by my new guy, Chris Daniels.
Sends him down, leapfrog. Daniels puts on the brakes. Second time, Daniels one step ahead of Delirious, who's now getting frustrated once again.
Chris Daniels is a very accomplished wrestler, Joe.
Oh, certainly is. Veteran of about 14 years.
That's right.
Now we're going to see the leapfrog. No, he got him again. Delirious upset with Bryce Remsburg, upset with everybody.
Chris Daniels has obviously studied, some of the fighting styles from the Edge of Sanity.
Delirious is trying to choreograph his match. And it obviously did not work. It did not bait Daniels into the trap, who connects with a drop kick. Irish whip and Delirious to the outside, and he's running laps. What did that accomplish? Duck in the elbow, leg lariat by the Fallen Angel.
Didn't accomplish what he expected, I'm pretty sure.
Only a count of one, says Bryce Remsburg, and certainly it's a lot tougher to get into the head of Christopher Daniels than it is most other competitors, considering where Daniels has been and what he has seen over the past decade plus.
He has been to the Edge of Sanity.
I'll take your word for it.
I saw him there.
Somewhat doesn't surprise me that you reside near that location. But
No, I was vacationing.
Yeah, I bet. She had a photo shoot there, right?
No. The photo shoot was 2 weeks earlier in Parts Unknown.
Please. We've seen Delirious have his encounters with Troy Lords in recent months. Troy Lords certainly got to be considered a top contender still for that belt.
What happened earlier? It looked like Troy Lords was having. I was on a call, but then it looked like Troy Lords there was like an issue of some kind.
Well, the Unholy Alliance took out Troy Lords to keep him from being the fourth man tonight. So Dennis Gregory's coalition of the willing.
Are you going to do commentary? There was a distraction by Daisy Hayes right there. I mean, you should keep your eye on the match,
I can't
Joe.
explain everything to you at once. Dennis Gregory's still in a search of a fourth man, but right now Delirious in control as a result of Daisy Hayes at ringside. You are correct. And he has a tassel from his match that he's now choking Daniels with, but as I was alluding to...
I don't know if I approve of Daisy Hayes cheating at ringside like that.
Oh.
That's kind of... I mean, managing's one thing, but,
Oh, right.
actively involving yourself in the matchup.
Look out. Beautifully done belly-to-back suplex by the champion. tight cover, but Daniels kicks out. Delirious has yet to meet Troy Lords one-on-one at a point where Lords was 100%. Shortly before Super Indy 5's final matchup, Hentai injured his knee, the knee of Lords that is, and that knee was still damaged goods when Lords and Delirious met in the rematch about 8 weeks later.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, whine all you want, cry all you want. Troy Lords, in some people's minds, this mind included, the uncrowned Super Indy champion. No disrespect to Delirious.
Delirious is the crowned Super Indy champion.
Right, he is.
He brought the belt to the ring today.
And he's drooling all over himself. Jeez. And the trademark elbow pad offense.
The man has a condition, and you're making fun of him. I mean,
he's got more than one condition. I got news for you.
Like you've never drooled all over yourself. I've seen you at the after party.
Oh, please.
At the Carriage Inn, if everybody wants to meet there. The official IWC after party.
Fine establishment, but I don't embarrass myself there quite like you would.
What are you talking about?
Delirious behind Daniels, trying to confuse him now, snapmare. And
Daniels holding on to the tassels. Blatant cheating there.
well, I don't know if he was holding on to them so much as they got caught in the infraction.
The infraction?
They got caught in the ruckus.
Ah, that's a big word.
Delirious sends Daniels head first into that buckle and tries to keep this pace slow and tries to keep the psychological advantage decisively in the favor of himself, Delirious.
Big chop.
Oh, look at his hand. Oh, well, a little bit of a face wash.
Ew. That's pretty gross.
It's not the face wash that Samoa Joe and the like may use, but it's certainly effective one way or another. Hard headbutt. Certainly not going to phase Delirious with a shot to the head.
What are you implying?
What?
Just because Delirious has a bigger vocabulary than you, you've got to make fun of him.
I'm saying
You should get him to do commentary. We should look into that.
I thought about that, but
He'd be great.
I don't think that'd work out too well. And Delirious goes to the eyes. A little bit more of a meaner streak from Delirious than we're accustomed to. Delirious knows the level of competition he's in there against. The world-class travel Daniels and Delirious mocking Daniels now. And Delirious having words with some of our ringside fans.
Yeah, that cost him.
And yeah, exactly, that momentary lapse in concentration allows Daniels to attempt to fight back to his feet, but a second headbutt by Delirious dazes the Fallen Angel once again.
That's why there shouldn't be any fans. Well, I mean, the fans were involved in the matchup there. You don't advocate that sort of thing, do you?
The fans pay your bills, and they pay the bills of Gory and Xion,
no.
which in turn pay your bills again.
Selling Shiima Xion calendars pays my bills.
Excuse me, Daniels able to counter, hit the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Again!
Drops him one more time, and Daniels, STO judo takedown by the Fallen Angel. As the referee begins the precursory 10 count, Daniels may have a fighting chance in this championship encounter.
Both men down. So the question is, which man gets up first, and can Bryce Rimsworth count to 10?
Whoever's up first has the decisive advantage in the contest.
That would be Delirious.
Looks like about even, however. Daniels meets him with a hard forearm and a clothesline.
Maybe not quite the advantage Delirious was looking for.
Series of hard shots by the Fallen Angel. Builds the momentum in his face. Able to follow through with a back body drop. And just like that, the Fallen Angel's rolling. The Fallen Angel, blue, thunder bomb, drops him, hooks him tight for the cover.
We almost had a new champion there.
We almost did. And what a Super Indy champion the Fallen Angel would make. Daniels now pressing the advantage. Stays on top of Delirious. Shots right to the side of the head, around the temple, around the ear, as the fans count along.
Why is Chris Daniels talking gibberish? I don't understand that.
Well, that's lizard speak. He's fighting fire with fire.
That wasn't lizard speak.
And Delirious gets the foot up, however. There's a momentary, there's a lapse in concentration that Daniels paid for, as opposed to Delirious. A Cobra clutch.
Have we ever seen Daniels tap out before?
Certainly not that I can recall.
I think we may.
We may. That's a Cobra clutch stretch. Stretching the back, stretching the neck of the Fallen Angel. This match could be over. Delirious could retain the championship. No. Oh, Daisy Ace tried to pull the ropes.
For the ropes.
Tried to pull the ropes away from the Fallen Angel, but Daniels still able to grab them just in time.
Good break there for Christopher Daniels. But for the ropes, he would have been losing that matchup right there.
Delirious charged with the clothesline. The damage was done on that submission attempt, even though Daniels was able to escape. Daniels holds through. Inside cradle kick out. Daniels was able to hang on to the body of Delirious. Standing Uranagi, and you know what that's a setup for.
What is that a sign for?
BME, best moonsault ever. Double spring connect.
1, 2, 3,
Look at Daisy
4,
Hayes.
5, 6. Delirious still not. There he goes, moving.
Daisy Hayes on the apron.
Daisy Hayes saving her man, saving the Super Indy Championship right
Certainly, this is the cheapest tactics we've seen from the Delirious Hayes camp before. But look out.
That's not right. That's not right.
Bolen, new champion. No. Daniels within a hair of winning that title. Finally, after 4 years.
Daisy Hayes is down.
Oh,
Down at ringside.
That huge collision with Delirious took a lot out of her. Oh, but she chips up Daniels. Inside cradle. Hey. Delirious retains.
And still, IWC Super
Hayes and Delirious are out of here. They're running to the back.
Daisy Hayes factors in prominently to the ending of this matchup. Daniels very upset that he got screwed by the Delirious Hayes camp. That's the only way to put it.
Hey, the book only says W, Joe. The book only says W.
Very true. Delirious is victorious. Still the Super Indy champion. Could there be another matchup down the line with Delirious and Troy Lords? We can only hope. We'll find out in coming months here in the IWC.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. For the Fallen Angel,
This matchup for the Tag Team Championship.
introducing to you first, at a total combined weight of 460 pounds, they hail from Ozone Park, New York, and are the former IWC Tag Team Champions, the team of Mickey and Marshall, the Gambino Brothers.
A very focused Gambino tag team set to attempt to reclaim the championship gold that they lost just a couple short months ago. But the question is, will the infighting between the Gambino brothers and their cousin Jimmy DeMarco affect this matchup like it has in matches prior?
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 497 pounds, making their first tag team title defense, they're the team of
with the Gambino brothers and with the Burning River Brigade, this tag team, J-Rocc and Reyes, the Cleveland Mafia, won the prestigious IWC Tag Team Championship. And certainly there's no shortage of confidence or pride over that accomplishment, and you see the detestation on the face of Marshall and Mickey Gambino in the corner, as they certainly are not too impressed by the Cleveland Mafia's antics. Now, I think J-Rocc wants to talk. I think we better let him.
Give it up one time like I told you for your new tag team champions. And if you don't know, I'm the big daddy of destruction. And this man right here is my bona fide killer on the payroll. The baddest man in the history of IWC. The unstoppable Raymond Rowe, daddy. No, when I say Raymond Rowe, you pay him the respect that he deserves.
We got one Gambino in the front row. We got one Gambino taking a nap on the apron. They are not impressed.
That you idiots from Pittsburgh hate me. And I finally have the validation that I'm as good as I always said I was. And these belts will be staying with me and the big man for a long time. Gambinos, you're the first victim. Give it up one time. We're called the Cleveland Mafia, daddy.
I guess the strategy was to talk the Gambinos to sleep and then get a quick pin. That seems to be what they did.
Why does everyone here hate Cleveland?
But because it's Pittsburgh.
Okay. It's a great time. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's there.
Well, I have nothing against Cleveland, but certainly the football rivalry between Pittsburgh and Cleveland, there's a lot to that between the Steelers and the Browns.
But aren't these guys from New York?
Who?
The Gambino brothers.
Well, yeah, Ozone Park.
So does Ozone Park, New York hate Cleveland?
Well, no, but we have what's probably a Core-Time Sports Center record crowd here, almost all of which from Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas.
Did you ask them?
Well, no, you can assume, can't you?
No,
Ray Rowe on the apron, J-Rocc in the ring, representing the Cleveland Mafia. As the fans, not too complimentary of the physiques of these gentlemen, but certainly they have the power and technique to get it done, no matter what they look like.
Ray Rowe, fresh off an appearance for a certain national wrestling promotion.
We've seen Ray Rowe ply his trade on WWE SmackDown. We've seen J-Rocc recently on TNA television as well. And their opponents, so you see Nice Guy Mickey in the ring right now. Marshall the Bull on the apron.
Is he really that nice?
Well, I think it's kind of an ironic name if you ask me. He's nice if you get to know him, but if you get on his bad side, well, let's say it's you're not too safe.
Why does he need a nickname anyway?
You might end up in a rolled up carpet. Well, I don't know. But there's a lot of, are you kidding me?
What?
You have about a half a dozen nicknames.
8, actually.
Oh. J-Rocc starting off in control of Mickey Gambino. The Gambinos originally won the Tag Team Championships last November, defeating Chris Hamrick and Jason Cage. Held those championships until 2 months ago, when they were defeated by M-Dogg 20 and Josh Prohibition in a wild street fight. But however, despite that, they have stayed top contenders ever since.
The young guys from Asia.
No, youth in Asia means something different. I'll explain it off the air. But it's J-Rocc with a tie-up with Mickey, backs him into the corner, and the referee attempting a clean break, but J-Rocc does not give it to Coulter. Oh, I think J-Rocc's blaming it on a fan. Give me a break.
You got to watch these fans. I mean, some of these fans are very ornery.
Well, some of them are, and nobody knows that quite better than the Gambinos based on what I've heard in recent weeks, but that's not the case right now.
Been checking out the internet there.
Very true. You got to keep up to speed on things. Certainly, the Gambinos have a very straightforward attitude. It doesn't please a lot of people in a lot of places, but here in IWC, they are still a popular team.
I don't like to mess with the Gambino brothers. I mean, I've heard stories.
Exactly.
There's
stories that go back several years and several family members, I'm sure. Yeah. Mickey tags in Marshall the Bull.
Something about a meat locker or something, I don't know.
About 280 pounds in the ring right now. Certainly the largest man in this matchup, but is he the most powerful? That is the question if Rowe steps into the ring, but certainly J-Rocc no shortage of strength himself.
I've never been in the ring with Rowe. I've been in the ring with all three other men, and I mean, there is no shortage of power from either team.
Certainly right you are, as Rowe and Gambino, Marshall Gambino that is, meet head on in the center of the ring, and ain't nobody backing down. Insulting slap by Rowe. Marshall not gonna tolerate that, returns the favor with a paintbrush of his own. And this matchup now means more than the tag titles, I'll tell you that. Hard knife edges back and forth. Nobody really showing much movement, however.
I believe that might have been a closed fist on the part of J-Rocc there. Doesn't knock him over with the shoulder tackle.
Wow. You can see the center of gravity both these guys have on them. So tough to take these men off their feet, and again, nobody, absolutely nobody moved.
Almost resembles a sumo match more than an American wrestling match.
And J-Rocc gets the foot up, catches Marshall Gambino from the blind side, and that allows Rowe to take control. Hard slam, a hell of a lot of strength to take Marshall Gambino up and down like that.
I trained with Marshall Gambino. I have never seen anyone just pick him up and drop him down like that. It's just shy of 300 pounds.
There you are. I'll tell you what, Rowe has an extensive background in mixed martial arts, in several forms of UFC-style fighting, certainly not to be messed with. But if there's anybody that can fight with Rowe, it's the Gambinos, as Marshall connects with an explosive side slam, only a count of one, however. Exchange made, Mickey Gambino back in the ring. Double whip now. Up toe hold by Mickey. Marshall follows through, drapes the waist onto the back of J-Rocc, and it's a hard shot by Mickey as well. Great tandem offense by the brothers. Cover, Rowe interrupts.
Followed by an elbow. It's the kind of teamwork that you only get through a lifetime of working together. I mean, that's an advantage the Gambino brothers have over pretty much any other team. You're not just talking about, I mean, J-Rocc, Rowe, very accomplished, but they've been tagging together for what, 3 months now? 4?
Right. I'll let your boy double elbow.
Shades of the wild cards.
Drops him down, goes for the cover, does Mickey Gambino. But again, Rowe involved and Rock able to slip out.
But see, shades of the wild cards, just like I said. But as I was saying, Mickey and Marshall, they've been teaming together since long before either of them even started wrestling. You're talking about family cohesion that goes back. I mean, they've got to be, I don't know how old they are, 20, 22, 25, something like that. So
sounds about right.
Which one's the older?
I think it's Marshall, but don't quote me on that. J-Rocc baiting Mickey Gambino in, led him right into the trap, and that trap was named Rowe, and a straight kick to the face saves him, and an overhead, belly to belly, beautifully snapped off by the suplex machine, Rowe, and there is a kick out.
I thought the suplex machine was somebody else.
Well, certainly there could be more than one suplex machine, because I haven't seen anybody throw a suplex with as force and grace since somebody else as Rowe.
Yeah. How does one become a suplex machine? That's pretty impressive.
Well, You train, you study the art, you perfect every suplex in the game today. That's pretty much how it's worked for Ray Rowe. Ray Rowe spends so many hours,
boot to the face,
so many hours in a given week in dojos and on wrestling mats and fighting canvases. This man lives and breathes competition. And certainly as we see J-Rocc illegally intervening on the outside, the Cleveland Mafia does not want the same dubious distinction to count that Euthanasia, the Burning River Brigade, has of being the shortest reigning tag champions in the history of this organization. 1 month reign will do that to you as Rowe barrels over Mickey Gambino. Forearm shot, 2 and no.
Cocky pin. If he'd gotten down and hooked the leg, that could have been the match.
Rowe slows this matchup down. Quickness advantage goes to Mickey Gambino here. So certainly a ground and pound type atmosphere has to be in effect when we're talking about Ray Rowe and J-Rocc. And Marshall Bull, good luck Coulter trying to keep him out of the ring.
Crowd behind Mickey Gambino, but
Backbreaker and
oh my,
slams Gambino. Lower back first on the knee of J-Rocc. Gambino had no way to shield his fall.
No, that's the kind of thing that dislocates a disc right there.
Exactly right, and that almost led to a title retainage from the Cleveland Mafia. And J-Rocc, as always, getting a little full of himself out there.
A little?
Well, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but you're right.
Credit where credit's due. When you are the big daddy of destruction, you're allowed to be a little full of yourself.
Well, it ain't bragging if you can back it up, right? Ooh, slingshot, suplex, shades of
broke
Tully
his neck.
Blanchard, but Marshall interrupts the pin.
I don't know if that's going to help. I don't think Mickey's getting up from that.
A very high landing on that suplex, almost a brainbuster. Mickey really did get dropped in the back of his neck right there, which only intensified the pain.
He's out. I mean, look at him. Lights are on, nobody's home.
And it's Rowe now. Not sure if a tag was made.
Oh,
but
another
again,
one.
Again, Mickey Gambino gets dropped. Lateral press, 2, and the Cleveland, no. Thought that was 3.
I thought it was 3 too.
Rowe has a handful of face, but Mickey takes the opportunity to fight back. You never want to give Mickey Gambino the opportunity to get back to the vertical base, because that's what's going to happen. He will fight you to no end.
I'm surprised that Mickey's still in this, honestly. I mean, at some point, you just want to call it a day, live the fight another day.
Well, you got to believe Mickey's been through a lot worse. No disrespect to the Cleveland Mafia. They're putting a hurting on Mickey Gambino right now, but certainly Mickey is no stranger to pain, no stranger to beatings, no stranger to knee drops right in the sternum. J-Rocc goes for the cover, 2 and no. The crowd starting to get on J-Rocc's case. Certainly attempted to distract the Cleveland Mafia member, allowing Mickey Gambino to come back, but it's not going to work.
I think it's actually kind of a split crowd. I mean, there were a few people chanting for J-Rocc out there.
Certainly, maybe a few people did make the drive in from Cleveland. Certainly possible. Certainly a huge night, a lot of festivities here. A lot of tension and anticipation looming in the locker room, as I mentioned earlier. With such a huge night tonight here at the Court Time Sports Center, I think it'll be one matter that we'll be talking about for a long time to come. As
Mickey Gambino dropped.
drives him down with a spear, but Marshall elbows Mickey out of harm.
But for a save from his brother, that match was over right there. I mean,
very well could have been. You don't get to the top by accident. The Cleveland Mafia certainly can do it. But Marshall Gambino keeping a very watchful eye on the proceedings.
I think we're having, wait, are we setting up Air J-Rocc here?
You very well may be. But Marshall Gambino shaking that rope. J-Rocc cannot get his footing, and that allows Mickey Gambino to recover. And Ray Rowe's not even paying attention. Ray Rowe's
what is this? What is this?
No.
I don't know.
Rowe's trying to get in. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got Marshall hooked.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Oh no.
This is going to be bad for somebody.
Power up.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Mickey DDT's J-Rocc. Ray DeeeeLicious, Marshall, Mickey gets dropped in the Frankus as well. My God, these high risks.
Not one man is up in the ring, Joe. I think Coulter's just gonna have to call this one.
Not one man was out of harm's way.
You're only on one? I don't know about this guy.
Well, we got high stakes here. We got to have a winner. We can't have a double count out in the tag
I don't think you have a choice, Joe. I mean, you can count to 20. These guys aren't getting up. Well, okay, I don't know if Coulter can count to 20, but...
Certainly Rowe got the best of the exchange. He was on the bottom of the pile, so short of having a stray body land on him.
I believe J-Rocc was DDT'd into his chest.
Well, that might do something. But Rowe is the first one up, trying to drag Marshall Gambino to his feet, but Marshall meets him with right hand. Caught him, T-bone, overhead, that's 280. 280 overhead, and that would have been over for Mickey
Gambino I was going to say this has just become a singles match. I didn't think Mickey or J-Rocc were going to get up. J-Rocc still hasn't gotten up. Oh my God!
Release. Rowe has got to be about 240, 250. That's a hell of a lot of power too.
Release German suplex on Rowe. Some of his own medicine. I've never seen that before.
All the impact goes on compressing the neck of Raymond Rowe.
Suplex out of the ring, I might add.
The momentum carried him all the way to the outside, and J-Rocc, Gambino.
Oh, I've seen this before. I've felt this before. This is not good for the champs.
Curse of the Gambino. We get to see it. Oh! He hits the curse.
New tag champs.
Marshall gets the cover. The Gambinos have made it again. Wait a second. Rowe pulls the referee to the outside.
Probably a fine for Raymond Rowe there. Coulter not above handing out fines as head referee.
Well, very true, but certainly that's a whole other set of circumstances as Rowe saved the tag titles for him and his partner. Wait,
it's all that matters in the end. Wait a minute. I don't know.
The disgruntled cousin of the Gambinos has a steel chair. He's going to hit Marshall again. No! Rowe did not move! And a roaring elbow. The chair to Marshall's face. Rowe did not move on that chair shot. DeMarco tried to help his cousin to regain the titles again. But Rowe did not move. Kick out.
He kicked out.
DeMarco again tried to lay waste to everybody in this tag match. Again, the Gambino brothers did not tell DeMarco to do that. They're not happy at their cousin.
I don't know. I thought he was gonna hit his cousin. That's what it looked like to me.
Father Nelson suplex, double cover, double pin.
All she wrote.
The Mafia retain the title. Wow.
Here are your winners, and still IWC Tag Team Champions, the Cleveland Mafia.
And you got to give an assist, be it inadvertent or not, to Delicious Jimmy DeMarco.
You got to give an assist to that chair. Do you see the dent in that?
Whether he was trying to help the Gambinos or hurt them, he's done them both in the past. Either way, that chair being in play was a major detriment to the Gambinos. As a result, the Cleveland Mafia still hold the tag gold, and the Gambinos continue to self-destruct.
Wait a minute.
Unbelievable celebration. They are the
Raymond
team
Rowe
to beat here in IWC.
Raymond Rowe's inhuman. How much does J-Rocc weigh?
Oh, about 240?
240. This man just wrestled a match. This man was just bashed in the head with a steel chair and still has the power to lift his partner up like that.
Unbelievable. As we thank you for joining us, Chris Maverick, this evening. It's been a pleasure at times, but Cleveland Mafia is still our tag champion.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Very true. Always great to have the expertise of a world champion individual like Chris Hero with us, as now we go up to Chuck Rock.
Introducing to you first, weighing in at 190 pounds, and from Brooklyn, New York, he is the NWA TNA X Division Champion,
been known as his original name, Loki. And you see him wearing that prestigious X Division title right now.
Loki, one of the most respected wrestlers in all of independent wrestling. He has made a name for himself over the past 7 years, I believe. Starting out, Jersey All Pro was the first decent-sized promotion he made waves in.
Loki defeated Sanjay Dutt and Samoa Joe in a three-way dance to win that X Division championship. But right now, it's not about the X Division, it's about the Super Indy division, and a man he's had problems with for over a year.
Weighing in at 200 pounds, and from Erie, Pennsylvania, the fabulous John McChesney.
Not give John McChesney all the credit in the world, but I definitely do not believe he is in Loki's league.
And that's what this matchup is all about. You hit it right on the head. The stage was Super Indy 4, April of 2005, when McChesney and Loki exchanged a barrage of knife-edge chops and moved to McChesney, upsetting Loki to win the Super Indy title and tournament. However, it was last March, the road to Super Indy 5, when Loki defeated McChesney in the rematch to win the Super Indy Championship. This is the rubber match. This is the match that is in McChesney's mind, going to prove if he's really on Loki's level or not. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no doubt about it that he already is.
You know, last time I saw that McChesney kid, he bit off a little bit more than he can chew and got tossed around like a rag doll by Umaga. Did you happen to see that?
I did happen to see that. McChesney making some waves in some very important places. Recently getting the chance to show his skills on WWE Raw, and well, certainly the outcome may not have been to the best of his liking. Certainly a great exposure for the former two-time Super Indy champion. And we've talked about it every McChesney matchup. As I mentioned, it is Joe Dombrowski, Chris Hero here at ringside. The obstacles that McChesney has overcome, not just beating Loki to win Super Indy 4, not just overcoming the fallen angel Christopher Daniels at last year's Caged Fury, not just the title defenses against AJ Styles, Shannon Moore, Claudio Castagnoli, yours truly here, Chris Hero, as well as many others. But McChesney has overcome every obstacle put in front of him. That wasn't until Loki derailed that train this past March.
Both men in a feeling out process. Not really going for anything too major.
Certainly true. Go behind by McChesney will take down Loki. And Loki has felt McChesney's chops and vice versa. And certainly McChesney has learned well from these past encounters, as we've seen McChesney just brutalize opponents with some of the most vicious shots this side of Loki.
You know, Loki, a true total package of wrestling ability. He can strike, he can fly, he can wrestle.
And check out the tightness on this collar and elbow. Both men just jockeying for so much position and rolling all over the ring, and we do get a relatively clean break.
I would have hit him in the face.
Oh, well, I don't doubt that. And once again, tying up. This is a matchup 15 months in the making. Go behind by the fabulous one. And Loki now goes behind once again. Loki knows what he has to prepare for. The original matchup was their first ever meeting. Loki is not going to be put off guard, not going to be caught on a surprising fall attempt or anything of that sort.
And look at that kick out.
How quickly Loki springs to his feet, not taking his eye off McChesney at all.
Shows the extreme flexibility that Loki has. He is definitely one of the smaller competitors on the independent scene, but that does not stop him.
And Loki,
oh, here we go, cross arm breaker.
Lightning fast into the Loki. Notice Loki maneuver up to the second hook to gain leverage on the tie-up, and then lightning fast, just transition it right over into that arm breaker, using that top ring cable to help stretch out that arm and stretch out that elbow. Only useful for about 5 seconds, but he made the most out of it.
Exactly. rope-assisted Jujigatame. Really tough angle. Loki fell out on the ring and landed quite gracefully.
That gave McChesney a moment to regain his bearings as well. And both men back to the vertical base. Centering test of strength.
Butting heads.
They have to give a slight edge to Loki in this instance, but McChesney maybe an inch or two taller, which could give him some leverage.
You know what? I think McChesney's tired of being the underdog. That's why he challenged this match. He beat Loki, but that didn't stop people. They went into that second match. He was still the underdog.
Very true.
And he lost. Maybe he let it get to him too much.
Well, I mean, for a year we've been calling it John McChesney the next Super Indie breakout star in this business, and there's the first huge kick. I was about to say, now's McChesney's night to live up to the potential, and Key is the first to strike with a severe body blow. You notice the effect that had on McChesney, quick to back away. When Loki starts to strike, he can fire off so many kicks and chops in such a short amount of time as Key tries to drive McChesney down, perhaps attempting a Fujiwara armbar. But Fab, much like Loki, quickly back to his feet. Certainly you are a student of the game, Mr. Hero. If you're stepping into the ring against Loki, and if you're stepping into the ring with John McChesney, something I'm sure you've done at various points in your career, what is your mindset and what is your strategy? How do you fight off strength like McChesney's resilience and keep striking?
With Loki, you got to hit him hard, you got to hit him fast, you got to take him out. McChesney, you just have to overpower him. He definitely doesn't have a whole lot in the strength department. He's a high flyer and he's got that endurance, he's got durability, but throw him around, drop him on his head a couple times, it's not going to matter much. You have to come straight at Loki. You can't let him sit there. You can't follow his lead.
Trying to get a good grip on each other. Single leg takedown by McChesney, quickly into the side headlock, not going to give Loki any breathing room.
Not very smart letting go of that side headlock. He wasn't able to wiggle free.
Loki trying to create some distance between the bodies, trying to pull McChesney's body away from his own. Now back to his feet.
Side headlock takeover.
Takes him right back down, and Loki's got to watch his shoulders here. This could become a pinning combination.
What are we, about 5 minutes in, it seems?
Seems like it, yes. Seems like it. And yet neither man has really escaped from their comfort zone thus yet, it seems. Both men are still very, very tentative compared to their normal style.
See, now, if I was in there with Key right now, oh, crowd getting a little riled up here. If I was in there with Key right now, I'd definitely take out his leg. You take out his leg, he can't kick with it. You take out his leg, he can't fly. You take his leg out, when he gives you one of those punches, one of those forearms, he's not going to have as much force behind it. McChesney is not a smart wrestler.
A hard knife edge by Loki, and I believe we had about half of our chants in favor of McChesney, about half of them anti-McChesney, and certainly when you made such an impact all over this world like Senshi/Loki has, you're going to earn the respect of a lot of people regardless of what your opponent may have been up to.
Oh, he's going for that new move. He's got an electric chair Michinoku driver that he's trying to, arm drag out of it.
Very nicely scouted, Chrissy. When we've seen McChesney win his past two matches, duck the chop, duck the Kawada kick.
This could be it.
No. Loki turns it back around. Two and a kick out. And check out McChesney's ability to scout Loki. Two of his most dangerous strikes. The knife edge chop and the Kawada kick quickly pounded.
Thought he could have had it with that schoolboy. Key swung for the fences with that kick.
Once again, both men back off and attempt to regroup.
Key has a very unique presence in the ring. And if you look at him, it's like he's almost absorbing everything that's going on around him. The crowd reaction, the movements of his opponent. He's very cat-like in the way he moves.
thing about Loki that I don't, oh dear God, that you can't really say about McChesney. Loki has not taken his eye off of Fabulous this entire contest.
But see, this is ridiculous. How many times has Key hit? Oh, there we go. He's firing back now.
Certainly a chop like Loki will be temporarily paralyzing, but John McChesney knows how to dish him out as well.
You know, I always talk about this with knife-edge chops. It's not about winning a match. You're not going to win a match with a knife-edge chop. It's more of a strike to the ego. And that guy brings that hand across your chest. Crowd, oh, there we go, another one, another
Over and roll up, count of 2.
Come right at him, come right at him.
Look out. Quick roll up here. McChesney again for the quick cover, but no. Ducking the kick again. Beautifully done by John McChesney. And you talk about those chops.
He says, I've had it with that nonsense. You're not going to roll me up. You're not going to beat me that easy. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to turn your chest into hamburger.
Exactly. Not only will it take the breath out of you, it'll tenderize the skin and make every upcoming strike that much more painful. Loki now sends McChesney for the ride, puts on the brakes. Over and not out. Great sense of balance. But McChesney drop kicks him to the outside.
Great elevation on that drop kick. And we have seen McChesney take to air in the past. And it looks like Loki's going to fall victim.
Look out here. Oh! Loki meets him head on with a kick. Knocks him out.
And Gory. Well scouted by Loki, and it looks like the tide has turned.
And he has the momentary lapse in offense from McChesney he needs to get things back in his favor, to regain his bearings, and that could be all. McChesney, not a lot of luster behind that kick out though.
Very smart. Very smart, McChesney. Uh-oh, big elbow drop. Notice as soon as Loki got back in the ring, he went for a pin. He's not messing around. He's not taking this kid too lightly. He's definitely trying to get the win. Oh, come on. Firing up a couple shots from midsection, and that's how you shut him down.
It's amazing, however, that McChesney, well, until a moment ago, still on his feet. There's a sharp kick right to the back, that spinal tap. 2, no.
Body scissor.
And this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has an effect in a similar way of a knife edge chop in terms of taking the breath from your system.
It closes up that midsection, puts extreme pressure on the ribs and the abdomen.
Referee Bryce Remsburg in perfect position here, but I don't think you're going to make John McChesney submit. John McChesney's like a Troy Lawrence. He'd rather pass out than give up.
Just trying to wear him down. He's playing a smart game right now.
Trying to cover him off of that. Gets a count of 2. Again, McChesney's had noticeably a lot more fight taken out of him than he had in the opening moments of this bout. You think back to Super Indy 4. The one thing Loki did that cost him that matchup is something he rarely does. He lost focus. He stopped trying to pin McChesney, and he started trying, oh, dear God.
Right to the chin.
That's gonna be at least a couple loose feet. Super Indy 4, Loki lost focus, stopped trying to pin McChesney, and started trying to choke him out and end his career. And that is where McChesney capitalized with a quick cover attempt. And now
a little contest, a little exchange of manhood. Oh,
listen to these.
Roundhouse kick.
In your travels, how many men have you come across that have been able to match chops with Loki?
I don't know. There are a lot of guys with heavy hands. Samoa Joe comes to mind.
Listen to these kicks. Look at these kicks.
Oh my!
Dear
that could be
God.
it. That could be it. Loki should just roll in the ring, take the count-out victory.
Loki, I never thought it was possible, but more determined than ever here.
I'll tell you what, I was there live when Loki took on the Necro Butcher one-on-one, and what a hard-hitting contest that was.
I can only imagine.
A clash of styles. Very entertaining matchup. Uh-oh, I heard that.
McChesney is still fighting back. Some of the most debilitating kicks you'll see anywhere that would put normal men down and out.
Drop kick. Oh, I don't know if that was Loki hitting the ground, but I heard a horrendous thud. A drop kick on the floor. That shows you how far Loki's willing to go to take McChesney out.
Not only was the impact hard, but the landing certainly twice as hard as a conventional ring as well. And I think Loki senses that McChesney's time may be near. Cover attempt. He gets the window. Got to keep in mind potential Super Indy title implications on this matchup. Delirious, the champion. Certainly Chris Daniels and Troy Lord, a couple of the top contenders. Whoever wins this matchup has to be right on top of that list as well.
Another smart move by Key, going back to that body scissor, and I'm going to tell you why. You've got your opponent there on the mat, and you're standing there trying to kick him, trying to punch him, forearm him. He has every chance to hit you in the midsection on his way up. He has every chance to sweep a leg and try to go for a pin, but when you have your legs wrapped around him, there's not much he can do but sit there and try to counter.
Loki finds two as he continues to methodically force the air out of the body of the fabulous John McChesney.
He's got a reverse bear hug on here. Got a bit high angle with his back.
He's laying on top of McChesney right now, just putting all that weight on top of Fabulous. He's increased that punishment, increased that force, and making it even tougher for McChesney to escape. It'll take McChesney a lot more energy to try to counter out. And again, we have half of them McChesney supporters, half of them not. But like him or hate him, you got to admire the heart and you got to marvel at those knife-edge chops.
One for a whip. Oh, knee strike. Shades of Akiyama. Northern Light suplex.
Beautiful bridge. No.
I've never seen that combo out of McChesney. A little Akiyama into a little Hase.
Well, certainly, if anybody knows the Japanese style here in IWC, it's a guy like Loki.
Loki made his name initially I believe in 0-1, then made his way to All Japan, and now is a regular in the Noah promotion. Without question, the hottest promotion in Japan right now. High angle drop kick.
Oh, they're so beautiful. When McChesney breaks out the drop kicks, it only gets two.
Uh-oh. Bow and arrow. I'll tell you something about those high drop kicks, though. The higher you jump up, the longer you have to fall down. You run the risk of landing a little bit hard on a shoulder, a little bit hard on a wrist. I'd just rather stand there and kick him in the face.
Well, that works. That's McChesney now.
I do have a beautiful drop kick, though. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm not denying that at all. McChesney the covers. We see McChesney trying to implicate some of the same strategies as Loki, attempting to wear him down with a submission-style maneuver.
This is not the game you want to play with Loki. And I'll show you why.
But it may be the game McChesney feels he has to play to prove he's on his level. Sharp kicks the back of the neck, and it almost gets three. And the near falls get nearer and nearer as the punishment continues to be dished out on McChesney. And there, the water-style kick with more to come. Just watch this impact. No description necessary. Oh. And you can see those kicks lifting McChesney's entire body. It's about a 200-pound frame off the ground.
Oh, right to the hip.
Cover two. Kick out by the Fabulous One.
You can tell by these kickouts that he doesn't have a whole lot left in him. I don't know if Loki's really trying to beat him with these pins. This is laying himself on top of him. He's not putting, he's not trying to, fire up.
McChesney now back to the vertical base though.
He's not trying to put all his weight onto McChesney's shoulders.
And look at the determination on the face of Loki as his knife edge chops just keep getting louder. Another corner, another chop. Loki sticking with his strong point, can't blame him.
Send him around the world here with these chops in the corners.
And we've seen McChesney's chest following these encounters. Beet red, purple, blood vessels open, skin open. And that's just the norm when you're dealing with Loki.
Gets him off.
Tries to create resistance. Oh! Hand scissor snaps him right into the second turnbuckle. Follow through. Takes Loki down a pair of times. The dropkick does not get the height on it that he has in the past, however.
He did manage to knock him down, though. Let's see here. Fireman's carry, no.
McChesney likes to use the TKO. Loki battled out. And gets dropped in the belly-to-back position. And you can see the discoloration on McChesney's chest.
Paying a little too much attention to the fans.
Look out, you're going to take a chance.
Tornado DDT, perhaps.
Look out. Drills him hard. All with the momentum was his enemy. Loki sent to the outside.
We didn't have Loki staggered enough earlier when he went for that dive, but after that tornado DDT, I don't think there's anything Keith can do to avoid taking this.
McChesney gonna make the most of it. Tope through the rope, wipes out the entire rows of chairs. And you can see the agony etched on the face of Loki as his back just cracks on 3 rows of chairs.
Excellent tope by McChesney, maybe even fabulous.
And McChesney's got to get Loki back into the ring. Loki's got to attempt the cover. It looks like a war zone out here in front of him. He's got the cover, no. Count of 2. My gosh, McChesney showing what's on the line. Showing how important this matchup is to him, both career-wise and mentally. And you see Loki rubbing his neck. He may have landed awkwardly on one of those chairs.
Now he's going back. You said TKO he likes to use. Oh, crucifix pin, 1-2.
He got no.
Up to his feet first.
And meets him with more strikes.
I think he's just pissing him off. He does not look happy.
But you can see it's having its effect. It's frustrating low-key that somebody is beating him at his own game, so to speak, but it's certainly staggering the man. That one resonated through the whole building.
McChesney, look at him. It didn't even register. His chest may be numb for all we know.
McChesney does not go down. McChesney stands tall and continues to take the fight to low-key.
Tenzan chop. Mongolian thrust. Oh, capo kick. Capo kick.
Sends McChesney reeling back into the corner.
Now in their first match, Key had him in a choke. Oh, wait, hold on. Cartwheel enziguri. Nope.
Down.
Misses that forearm smash. He's going for that move again.
He's going for it. The victory roll into the driver, or the electric chair. Key fights out. Attempted to hook him.
Oh, Dragon Sleeper!
He's got him in the Dragon Clutch. And his entire body wrapped around McChesney for added pressure
Grab
and force.
the rope. Grab the rope.
Can he reach? He's sinking fast thanks to low-key, driving him downwards with about 190 pounds of pressure on McChesney's head and shoulders.
As I was saying earlier, he had McChesney in a choke in their first encounter. Chesney ran up the ropes, squeaked out with a whip.
And McChesney with one of low-key's moves. The drop kick bolting Loki back into the corner. Granted, it did not have the luster of Loki's version, but still a blatant slap in the face, a psychological advantage for McChesney, who gets a near fall.
The John Woo did not work too well in the favor of Fabulous. Didn't quite put enough on it. On their second match, Key got the victory with the Ghetto Stomp. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes. And that gave Loki the Super Indy Championship.
He's climbing up.
Look out here. Superplex from way up top.
Nope, nope. Key is grounded. McChesney climbed up too soon.
Oh, look out, precarious position here.
Uh-oh. Oh, this could be it. This could be it.
Sets him up for the Tree of Woe. And if it's Loki, it only means one thing. Tree of Woe Ghetto Stomp upcoming.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
But McChesney crotches him.
Oh, he went low. He went downstairs.
And Fabulous back up on top. Hurricane Rana takes him over. Oh! He runs through in the momentum and hits the stomp on McChesney.
What resilience! He turned McChesney's offensive maneuver into a devastating...
2, 3. Wait a second. I think McChesney was about to kick out, and we had
like a time limit draw.
It's got to be what we can surmise.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit has expired in this contest. This match is a draw.
No resolution.
No, none whatsoever. Their record against each other remains 1-1-1.
Exactly right. Loki could not shake John McChesney. McChesney could not prove once and for all he's on Loki's level. Promoter Norm Connors circling ringside right now. Got to wonder what he thinks of this situation. Obviously, due to time constraints, we have a loaded card. We had to have a 20-minute time limit. But where do we go from here?
But the question here is, regardless of victory or loss, did McChesney earn the respect of Loki?
Well, the fans certainly want 5 more minutes, but the referee's hands are tied here.
If I were Loki, I'd just walk to the back right now. He's got nothing left to prove. McChesney's not in his league.
Well, I don't think we've established that. Loki's a fighter. He's a warrior. He wants to win decisively and on his own accord. And Loki has something to say.
I know damn well I didn't come all the way to Pittsburgh for a draw. Now I know very well that these good people here at the IWC want 5 more minutes.
Norm Connors converging with Bryce Remsburg, the official.
Every time I step foot to this ring, I'm here to fight, no matter what the circumstances. But at the same time, every time I've set foot into this ring, I've also seen fabulous John McChesney do exactly the same.
Very true.
Now, I may not like this, and neither may you, but rules are rules. Time limit expired, but I guarantee you, sometime in the future, we'll do this one more time.
Abiding by the rules, very smart man. Loki has nothing more to prove. He's the X Division champion. He's beaten McChesney before, and he had the win there. Did you not see that?
Well, that's debatable. I think McChesney was about to get that shoulder up right as the bell rang and time expired.
Excellent contest, regardless of the outcome.
As far as I'm concerned, there's still another chapter to be written. Loki versus John McChesney will happen one more time, and it'll be right here in an IWC ring.
I'm out of here.
Fury won, thanks to Bubba the Bulldog, but by God, franchise is back in his hometown of Pittsburgh.
For those of you that don't know, my name is the franchise Shane Douglas.
What a shocker.
Born and raised in the city of Pittsburgh, I bleed black and gold. I've been away for a couple years living in the Sunshine State. Just recently moved back, and I can tell you, God damn, it's great to be back in the bird.
I cannot believe the franchise is back in IWC.
You know, I cut my teeth in a company called Extreme Championship Wrestling. Now, rumor has it, a little bird flew into my ear last week and said somebody had a show right down the road and had the goddamn balls to call it an ECW show.
That's true.
You see, ECW show that a franchise, quite frankly, is like a bull without balls. I now work for a company called TNA Wrestling. You see, there's a jackass that lives in Stamford, Connecticut, trying to restart a company that I built on these shoulders. And I built it with the attitude of every one of us that has been born and raised in Pittsburgh. Bust your ass. Take no prisoners. Be the best goddamn thing you can be, regardless of what it is. And I was the best goddamn franchise in the history of this sport. Now, you know, I say that TNA is the new home of Extreme. Vince McMahon, where's the camera? You can play this for him. Vince McMahon, kiss our asses. ECW is dead and gone. TNA is where Extreme resides today. Now, one of the things I love about this sport is when I come to shows like this, the IWC, and I see fans that, first of all, know professional wrestling when they see it. And when I got the call to be here tonight, I thought about it for a second, and then I realized that the Pro Wrestling Torch just today announced that IWC is the number 4 company in the United States today. And you can see that one night watching it, and you can tell that Dave Keller has something when he sits down and writes that, because I've been watching through the curtain, and I've been seeing some pretty damn good wrestling. But, and I say this as a 25-year veteran, even the best of companies can sometimes have mistakes or problems. Now, I know that there was an announcement made, an advertisement that there would be a steel cage here tonight, and yet the truck has broken down, and sadly, there will be no steel cage tonight. But, you see, when I get out in front of my fans and I see people just like me, born and raised here in Pittsburgh, I realize that you want something that you paid your hard-earned dollars for, because I and IWC knows that every one of you busted your asses for every dollar that you spent. And so, in homage to my best friend, Vince McMahon, we're going to show you tonight what Extreme I say we take the main event and add, let me think here, something called Extreme Rules. Now fans, this ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't for the queasy. If you've been told by your doctors not to ride a roller coaster, I suggest you get up and leave right now, because you're going to see a bunch of guys out here kicking the shit out of each other, bleeding, trying to break bones, taking things to the goddamn extreme.
I said, are you done talking? You old washed up piece of shit!
Was that Shirley Doe? Shirley Doe ruining this great moment, the franchise's Pittsburgh homecoming.
You know, Shirley Doe, there was a time that right now I'd kick off these flip-flops and franchise your ass. But instead of any more talking, I say to these fans, if they let me hear it loud enough, want to see some action, right? No. I said, you want to see some extreme action, right? I say, all right, let's get the party started, big man.
Wait a second. Gregory's beating the hell out of Shirley Doe on the balcony, and he's trying to choke him out with a noose. This match has started abruptly.
Oh my God. Hey Joe, what are we seeing here?
We're seeing Dennis Gregory drape that noose off that balcony.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Even somebody, I'm no Shirley Doe fan, but even I don't want to see this.
Referee Stephen Coulter out there trying to keep control, trying to save Shirley Doe, who's apparently he's in the pocket. We got garbage cans flying out. Coulter has the noose now. Coulter has taken the noose. And Gregory and Doe, I don't know if that was the official start to the match or what, but we apologize for the disarray. Gregory attacking Doe, the two leaders of the respective teams brawling on the balcony. Gregory almost hung Doe, but thankfully Coulter took that. I say thankfully, I mean, we don't like Shirley Doe, but
I don't think we need to see a murder here.
we don't want to see any casualties.
We might not have a choice.
And Dennis Gregory. Coulter could only save Doe momentarily. And this is the official start of the matchup. They will wrestle for 5 minutes. And then once that 5-minute period ends, we will begin the single entry process of all of our team members. The Unholy Alliance will see a member enter first because they did win Hell Hath No Fury's Best of 3 series against Team IWC. That gave them the right to have a one-man advantage for majority of this contest. But Maverick, we have to keep this in mind. Joe Dombrowski, Chris Maverick ringside.
Hi, fans.
We still don't have a fourth man.
I was just about to ask that. I had to go take care of some business during the last match. Is there any word on who the fourth? I mean, I know Troy Lord said earlier that he wanted to be the fourth man.
Well, I mean, Gregory wanted to be CJ Station, I think, but Sebastian Dark took him out. Then Troy Lord wanted to do it, and he got his knee re-injured. And I got to think, is there anybody left in this place that is A, healthy, and B, is willing to step up to fight against the Unholy Alliance in such a dangerous Extreme Rules match?
I'm not a fan of the IWC Alliance, Joe, but I'm not getting in that ring. Oh, the Unholy Alliance, rather.
4, 3,
Very true.
2, 1.
And who's next?
I mean, could you be the fourth man, Joe? Is that possible? I mean, Do I have to carry commentary by myself? Or
Team IWC smart, I'm not. Dark, the next man in, attempted belt shot with Gregory's own title. That's right, Dennis Gregory beat Shirley Doe to end his 18-month reign as champion last month. The first 3-time champion in company history is Dennis Gregory, who waffles Dark with a championship belt.
Extreme Rules means that belt's legal.
And there's the champion for you. And that's what we saw the franchise, Shane Douglas. What a hell of a speech before this matchup. Speaking from the heart. Making this matchup Extreme Rules the way Extreme was meant to be, Maverick.
Dennis Gregory in black and gold, matching the colors of the franchise, in fact.
Gregory goes Dark to the outside. Knee to Doe, and Gregory's doing a great job of taking care of the 2-on-1 disadvantage and neutralizing it before he gets a member of Team IWC, as Sebastian Dark has been busted open.
Bloody match
from that belt shot.
Bloody mess early in the match. How long before Gregory gets help, Joe?
Well, I believe there are 2-minute intervals in between this. You got to be approaching that time. And Dark is sitting on a chair in the front row. What in the hell is Gregory thinking?
We don't see Dennis Gregory fly very off down.
Smashing the chair.
Come on, Danny!
Gregory's Army is called the coalition of the women, and they're working for their livelihoods to fight for the company that helped propel them to the stratosphere.
I think he just did give his livelihood. I mean, he's tangled up in those chairs. I don't know if the fans can see this.
My God, this matchup is going to get a hell of a lot uglier before it gets better, too.
IWC security, the coalition of competition at ringside, keeping the fans back.
You can see that a shot of Dark's bloody head there, lacerated severely at the hands of Dennis Gregory. That shows you what's on the line. That shows you how much pent-up aggression.
What happened to Shirley Doe? I don't like when I can't see Shirley Doe.
Well, I don't think any of us do. The Unholy Alliance have been waging war on IWC for months, complaining about lack of respect, complaining about anything under the sun. They want to mold it into
Doe back in the ring.
Playground, and that high risk of Gregory allows Doe to recover and take control. And it's so inspirational to see guys like Dennis Gregory stand up and take their fight.
That's not inspirational, Joe. That's a man with a broken neck.
Gregory got spiked on that apron. My God, I've seen a lot of DDTs on ring aprons on the floor, but that may have been the sickest yet. Help couldn't come any sooner for Dennis Gregory.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
M-Dogg 20.
M-Dogg, when did he get here? M-Dogg 20.
M-Dogg 20's the fourth guy. Former tag team champion. Stays flying M-Dogg Giraffe. M-Dogg's been at IWC for 4 years, and now he's taking the fight to the Alliance too.
Hell of a way to enter the match. Now we know who the fourth man is.
Well, you gotta wonder, Team IWC, they pulled their trump card early. They lost the mystery of suspense so far, but M-Dogg, what a tremendous choice. One of those underrated guys on the roster, 2-time former tag team champion, innovator of aerial insanity, and look out neck first across the knee.
M-Dogg with the early high.
Uses that gymnast background.
Early high-risk offense.
Take down his adversary. Gregory now. Hammering away on Sebastian Dark. It's Doe and M-Dogg on the outside. I believe Doe just ate some steel posts.
M-Dogg gave Gregory time to recover, I guess.
And Gregory in the ring with Dark. Oh, flagpole press by M-Dogg. Gregory hangs up Dark close first on the bottom ring cable. Meanwhile, M-Dogg with that beautiful flagpole press.
Almost too much going on to watch, and half the guys aren't even in the ring yet.
Absolutely right. This matchup's so out of hand. You don't need a cage to have war games, that's for damn sure. As Gregory goes downstairs on Sebastian Dark.
9, 8.
We know it's going to be an Alliance member.
6.
It becomes 3-on-2.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Hentai. And look at Steven Coulter at ringside cheering on the Unholy Alliance. What a piece of garbage he is.
You might say that's a little bit of an advantage for the Unholy Alliance.
True.
Just a little.
Dark just sent Gregory into a pile of chairs at ringside. They're moving fans and chairs and furniture. In the ring, it's Hentai and M-Dogg, both dressed for battle, quite obviously.
These guys are no stranger to each other. They just faced each other
in Hawaii,
all over the world.
Hentai snaps off a high-impact move on M-Dogg, while Doe positions a steel chair right in between that first and second turnbuckle pad, or at least attempts.
Or not.
Dark and Gregory are on the outside. Dark's wearing a chair around his neck, still busted open badly.
And again, Coulter helping with the chair. Oh, come on.
Stuck in the clothesline.
Wheelbarrow by M-Dogg.
Hentai takes M-Dogg down. You know, you gotta wonder.
Kind of a modified Father Nelson suplex.
Gotta wonder the condition of Dean Radford after that beatdown by Hentai and Dark.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
We're now going to be joined by a member of Team IWC.
Could be Radford right here, hopefully. Evening things up. Possibly John Bolen.
It is Bolen.
It is John Bolen.
Gregory drives Hentai face first, and the newest member of the World Wrestling Entertainment family, Bolen, signed earlier this week by the WWE, but before he leaves IWC, he's got major unfinished business. But think about this, Matt. Dean Radford carried from the ring earlier. I just thought of this. What if M-Dogg's Dean's replacement?
Wait a minute.
What if they still have 3?
Wait a minute. But that would mean we still don't know who the 4th man is.
Might not.
No, Radford, I mean, I hope, I mean, I don't know that we have anybody. I've been in the locker room on and off all day. I don't know that we have anyone else.
Just have to wait and see here. Oh my God! Double German suplex. I cannot believe the fire in young John Bolen. Only wrestling for 1 year, already on the rise as a major star. And we're seconds away from another individual out here, and there's no secret who this is.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried anymore. At this point, John Bolen in the ring. Yeah, Monster Abyss, whatever. John Bolen, the Monster Bolen. I mean, this guy can take anybody out.
6'8", 350-pound weapon of mass destruction.
And Coulter puts the chair back up. Come on.
Coulter's so biased towards the Unholy Alliance, so obviously in their pocket. Oh! Way up and down. Abyss elevates M-Dogg.
Big size disadvantage for M-Dogg, 20 against Abyss.
Bolen and Hentai have paired off on the outside. Doe and Dark trying to regain their bearings, while Dennis Gregory takes the fight to Abyss. The biggest, baddest, most manipulated of them all in the Unholy Alliance is Abyss. Oh, crotches, Gregory. Look out.
And,
Coulter holds the chair for Abyss, and Gregory
takes it away. I mean, it's an extreme match, but come on.
Here come the 2 big guns. You want 2 big bulls? We got them right now.
Yeah. Fans on the IWC message board have been begging for this match for the better part of a year.
And we got it. Bolen gets the upper hand in the early slugfest. Black hole slam by the monster.
I take that back.
Is anybody left?
Shirley, Doe County.
5,
Don't want the mic.
3, 2.
Don't want the mic. They just stopped Chuck Roberts. What the hell?
What?
They just stopped Chuck Roberts from counting down.
Wait a minute.
Is there a 4th guy? Is there not?
There's nobody left. We took out CJ Sensation. We took out Dean Radford.
That's right, they did.
We took out Troy Lawrence.
Yeah.
Who else is here?
Whoever you have left in the back, they're not going to be good enough.
Who else has been screwed over by the Unholy Alliance?
Norm took this himself 1 year. I mean, is he gonna try that again? Is Norm gonna step into a WarGames match?
Who else is man enough to fight? Who's been screwed over by this?
Not me. Norm is gonna take it.
Who is it?
Oh my God!
A man who disappeared from the company after being screwed out of the title next to Doe.
Wait a minute. We haven't heard. It can't really be.
Darling James Keenan! Back for revenge for the man who ran him out of the company.
JK, hell is empty because the devil is back.
Unbelievable.
Sterling taking the fight to all the members of the Alliance.
Clearing the ring.
My God, but it's 4 on.
Let the War Games begin. It's now submission or surrender.
The match has officially started. Submission or surrender here.
The match has officially started. Jesus. I mean, these guys have been killing each other for the better part of 20 minutes.
It looks like Sterling's hurt. Sterling. I have no idea what the situation here. The Unholy Alliance is backing off.
I didn't see. We have.
Members of the locker room are down here. Sterling
Jason Cage, Shiima, Xion,
attempted a big
Jason
comeback.
Gory. Wait a minute. I don't. Not good. Suplex by Dennis Gregory. Hentai.
Wait a second. Coulter's got that damn noose again.
Where?
You just gave it to Abyss.
I don't know. I'm worried about Sterling James Keenan here.
I mean, Sterling's important, but we got a fight out here. We got a fight that's been building for over a year, and Doe now catches Gregory up. Silly Head 2 gonna drop him down. Is this gonna be how it ends? Is the Unholy Alliance and Coulter cheerleading on the outside?
Yeah, we're out of guys. I don't know. What? Wait a minute. I thought he was hurt.
Radford's back.
He can't be. Radford was hurt.
But he's back. And he's got a friend. He's got a steel chain.
Is he even prepared to wrestle here, Joe?
Well, I don't know what the condition is of Dean Radford. He was carried out of here earlier thanks to the Unholy Alliance's attack. And now Radford, he's got an equalizer. He's got a chair.
Joe and Hentai backing off.
Well, if I'm going to approach a guy with a chair, Radford.
Dennis Gregory helping out. Oh, okay. Dennis Gregory and Radford against Shirley, Doe, and Hentai. Oh, no.
You gotta be kidding me. Why in the hell?
Oh, Sterling James Keenan being stretchered out of here.
We certainly sincerely hope Sterling's okay, but
now we're 5 on 3.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't know that anything worse than this could have happened.
We got five Alliance members. We got 3 members of Team IWC left. And certainly they're all the worse for wear after the onslaught of Abyss, the chair shot by Dean Radford, and Radford was watching, just supervising. This is absolutely disgusting.
Is he helping him? Is he helping them tie him up?
I don't know how in the hell did Unholy Alliance neutralize Sterling?
We got a chain around John Bolen.
This is disgusting.
I don't know that there's any company left, Joe.
This is the most reprehensible thing I have seen. We may be watching the slow demise of the IWC in the form of Bolen and Dennis Gregory.
This is the last show.
And oh, look at Coulter. Norm had to throw the towel in to save his guys. Dennis Gregory is our champion. Bolen shakes off the chair shot, can't shake off 2. But this has been utter domination.
Who is that? Who is that? Wait a minute.
We got everybody out here.
CJ Sensation.
CJ's out here. And the Unholy Alliance is failing.
She was Xion, Jason Cage, Jason Gory.
Get these guys the hell out of here.
The coalition of competition, they're chasing them out of the building.
Everybody wants
Raymond, Rowe. Troy Lords is back up fighting Hentai.
We have another damn turncoat in our locker room, Dean Radford. How long is this gonna last? How long can look out. Sebastian Dark, what the hell are we watching now?
IWC.
Oh, we're watching the Unholy Alliance.
No.
I mean, Sebastian Dark joining us at ringside. I got no beef with you. I'm not out there, Sebastian.
Dark eyeing up Maverick.
One scary
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen,
Sebastian Dark's left our announce table.
Norm Connors on behalf of Team IWC threw in the towel, thus submitting your winners are the Unholy Alliance.
Well, Norm thought he had the trump card in Sterling, but the Alliance one-upped us again. They got Dean Radford. Damn it, we have been swerved and screwed again.
3 times over. Crowd's not happy with how this is ending, but I mean, at some point you've got no choice.
And now Gregory's hurt.
I mean, these guys have taken out half the locker room. Well, of the locker room they didn't steal, turn a turncoat. These guys have taken out half the damn locker room. I mean, at some point you just have to quit. And I guess hopefully we have another show. We live to fight another day.
We thought this would be a night for revenge. We thought this would be the night of retribution for Team IWC, Gregory's Coalition of the Willing. And once again, a dominant show of force by the Unholy Alliance as they continue to attempt to, step by step, overtake this entire company. As we hope Dennis Gregory's okay. We hope you've enjoyed this IWC DVD release.
I have it.
We hope to be back for No Excuses 2, August 5th. Christian Cage versus AJ Styles. IWCWrestling.com for all the info, but I'm sure you understand, fans, but I'm just a little bit disgusted by what we've just seen. I mean, for Chris Maverick, Bryce M, for Chris Hero, you have any final thoughts?
I just hope we have a roster left next month.